Run With Chestnut.
Welcome to the Run With Chestnut Podcast. This is episode number 20. We are in a whole new decimal number scheme, Simon, Melissa.
Yes, we
Hello.
are.
Yes.
How are we going?
Hello.
My buddies. Anyway, yes, we are in an entire new decade. If this were years, we'd be in the 20s.
Yeah.
Our raging 20s. We
Great
just graduated
time.
from college, or we're about to like explore, spread our wings, and fly. All these amazing things. I'm amazed we are still actually in existence. Pretty cool.
Oh, come on, give us some credit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or is this about
What?
Well, or is this about me and my buttery habits?
Okay. Segue. I see. Okay. Before we get started with today's episode, Melissa has some breaking news for us about the best way to do butter
Yes, I was trying to
when it comes
explain
to
this
popcorn. Yes, go ahead.
to Simon, and then Francesco thought it would be more kind to explain this to everybody. So hence, apparently, well, okay. First, a little animated rant about microwaves in Montenegro. They don't exist. More specifically, they do exist, but people don't tend to buy them, and it's not really an economical thing either. Even if you can afford one, it's just not in the culture to own one, really. Same with double-sided fridges, which is really upsetting. But anyway,
Oh, wow.
So this means, everything's small. The sinks are small. It's annoying. And so that means no buttered popcorn, which is horrible. Absolutely travesty.
Wait, what do you mean? Why not no buttered popcorn?
Because you don't make buttered
Why don't you
popcorn.
just melt butter in a pot or something?
That's what I do.
That's
but then
where I
she's
was
right.
headed. Come on. So obviously that is what I had to resort to, but that's the apparent. Well, I Googled it, and it turns out that you don't just put the butter in as you make the popcorn, which is what I would have thought you do. So if there's anyone else, that's not what you do. You make it with oil, and then you're supposed to melt the butter separately and pour it on top when it's done. But in my experience, every time I've did that, they ended up soggy, and then I was sad, and it just wasn't the same as movie theater popcorn. Also, in movie theaters here, they don't do it. It's just not a thing. I guess it's an American thing, popcorn.
If you wanted movie theater popcorn, you should just sprinkled some plastic and stuff on top of your melted butter, and then put it on your popcorn.
Listen,
Maybe pour some motor oil in there.
I'm not gonna think about what's in it. I'm just gonna eat it. That's how I'm operating, and that's how I'm going to keep operating.
As a frequent goer of Chipotle, I agree. Go continue.
Okay, yes. So as I was saying, I don't want my butter popcorn soggy. I want it nice and buttery and salty and delicious. So to do that, I found out that you have to make ghee butter or clarified butter. And apparently the way you do that is you buy a bunch of butter. I had 700 grams. I'm being European right now. Forgive me. Anybody who knows conversions, feel free to chip in. If you don't, well, I cannot help you.
Let's use the wonder of modern technology. 700 grams, huh? 700 grams?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Alexa, what's 700 grams in ounces?
No. Oh, yes.
No, cups or,
25 ounces.
But is that fluid ounces or solid ounces? Because I learned those were different when I was baking.
Okay. Alexa, how many fluid ounces is 700 grams?
No, wait, maybe that's wrong. No, you were right.
And now she just said, thanks for telling me.
No, I think you're right, because grams are not fluid. Anyway.
It's Alexa, stop.
Oh, no.
You see, when you call on her and then those things happen. Okay, Melissa,
Maybe
continue.
she was on a date. Relax.
Actually, a guy started to, I don't know, some male voice started coming out of the speaker, so I don't actually know.
I just want to finish my butter story.
Continue your story, yes.
So, you take the butter and you boil it. First, you boil it really hard, on a high temperature. And
How
then
do you boil something really hard? Unless it's an egg that you're
you
hard
mean
boiling.
take the butter and put it on high heat, boil it on high
Yes.
heat?
No, I know what she means, Simon.
my
I know.
English is dying.
Okay, continue. Boil something really hard.
Yes, and then boil it soft by turning down the heat.
Yes.
Actually, I think that does make sense because it's still technically, the bubbles are still technically coming out and stuff on low heat, but it's not burning. So yes, I'm gonna soft boil my butter for like 20 minutes, and in that time, there's a foam that forms on top, and you're supposed to scrape it off.
So how long do you hard boil? Like, how long do you keep it on high heat for?
I actually forgot. Maybe like not really long. Maybe like 5 minutes or so, because butter melts really fast.
Okay.
But I can find exact details later if you're curious. But it's very little, because it starts making noises. It starts protesting at the fact that it's being boiled. And so then you soft boil it, and then bubbles come out, and then you have to scrape them off the top. And you're not supposed to stir the butter while it's cooking, because you don't want to disturb the bubbles. Just, let the bubbles do their thing. Then you scrape it off, and then you wait a little more, like another 20 minutes. Oh yeah, 20 minutes for the low boil. And then scrape it off, another 15, scrape it off again. And then you strain it, and you put it through I guess strain it with a gauze. Is that what you call it? My English is leaving me, I swear. And then you leave it to harden, and then you have yellow butter, very yellow butter, and it does not make your popcorn soggy.
Sounds like a lot of work.
And
you can buy ghee, right?
Where you are, you might be able to.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Wait, ghee butter? You can actually buy that? Or
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
So then you can just use that for a movie theater popcorn.
If you're lazy and
Yep.
you don't want to go to the store, you just happen to have some butter, then just boil it. It was really interesting, because the foam part that was on the top, I actually tried it, and it was like kind of milky but also kind of buttery, but then just consistency of like hummus or something. And actually the ghee butter also felt like hummus or peanut butter, or something a little more raspy or whatever the texture is than smooth butter. And so yes, did that, and now I have butter. So that made me happy, and I have a whole jar, and I can make butter popcorn and eat unhealthy food as much as I want. So yay.
Well, technically,
That's pretty cool.
butter is not bad for you, actually. I mean, the movie theater popcorn is bad because they put a bunch of other things in it. But if you just use salted butter.
So, okay, cool. So I'm now feeling more justified.
Yeah, and if you use like popcorn that's just regular kernels and nothing added, then it's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Simon. Yay.
Yep.
That makes me really happy. I'm not going to fear for my life at age 59.
Age 59.
It's my age. I have to live to that age.
Clearly, you've been reading too many retirement brokerage account articles. You're talking about 59.
No.
Simon, you like popcorn, right?
I do. In fact, I ate a lot in college.
I ate a lot of different things in college. Popcorn was not one of them.
What did you eat in college?
Well, it was a replacement for
a
me.
lot of things that were not popcorn.
It was a replacement for me because I loved potato chips as a kid, and that would be like my favorite snacks, Doritos, potato. And then I started changing the way I eat. And so I said, what kind of...
You said
No, I said, I said, what snack do I like that I can make and I could make on my own, could be pretty healthy? And I said popcorn. So that's what I started doing.
Simon, it tickles me to like imagine you in the store, like having a conversation with yourself. Just be like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get this instead, but an actual conversation with yourself. Because I can picture you doing that.
I actually don't do that.
That's how
I
you're
plan
picking
ahead
it.
of time.
Yeah.